Man, they got Moomaw even up here.
Well, I'm so sorry. Hi, how are you? So for you to change your clothes so you can remain incognito.
HR's first, you said, Jim.
Don't break.
Pages HR.
Out of control. You're hot.
Are you going to sing the national anthem for us?
I'd enjoy it.
Chuck, you break it again? Did you break it again? I can't hear you. Did you break it again?
I broke it last week, so they haven't fixed it.
Don't hit that hard. Can't see. You carried me last time.
Can't hear you.
You'll hear me tonight.
The hour 5:30 haven't arrived. We'll call the budget workshop to order. If you will all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Tonight's budget workshop, we are going to hear in this order, if there's no objection, from the Human Resources Department, the Office of Budget Management, the Police Department, and then the Fire Department. And before we get started, though, I do want to mention that someone is enjoying a birthday today, and that is our Budget Director, Ramona Metzger. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Where's the cake? Yeah, where's the cake?
Human Resources, you're up. The floor is yours. Director?
Isaac's coming. Yeah. He's doing one thing in between work. Hello. Thank you for letting me talk about my team and our department, some of our brief accomplishments, and our plans for the next fiscal year. I'm Nikki Baker. I'm your Director of Human Resources, and I have been for 5 months, 11 days, and 9.5 hours. And I thought you would want to celebrate with me. So I have the Human Resource, many of the Human Resource team with me. And so at the table, we've got Kim Homeyer, who is actually the longest member, not the tallest, but the longest member of the Human Resource Department. And you've been here for 24 years? Almost. And she is our projects manager and does a lot with civil service and hiring with the police and the fire department. And then we have Brooke Jones, who is our benefits management, which kind of speaks for itself, and she is managing all those benefits. In the center, and you can't see him, but that's Isaac Edwards, who is trying to do one task in between, and he will be joining us, and he's our HR management manager, and he works with systems and support in the HR function. And then this is some of the rest of the wonderful team. So I'm so glad that they are here. When we look at the budget structure, Human Resources has 4 pots that we really are dealing with: administration, the civil service, employee relations, which is really known as benefits here, so it's a little misnomer, and labor relations. When looking at the workforce, we're seeing that that workforce number is growing by 1, and so I wanted to address that right up from what our proposed budget is. And that is that we used to have the labor relations manager housed in the Human Resource Department. And then at some point we made the decision to have those responsibilities move to Corporation Counsel And human resources continued to have all related expenses, whether it was certification, for arbitration, for training, for travel. We just didn't have the personnel expenses. That function was all sitting in Corporation Counsel. We're going to move that back to the Human Resource Department, and we're hiring a labor relations manager who will be an attorney. And they will report to Greg Mordock, to Corporation Counsel, and then I'll have a dotted line for me with those daily activities of dealing with labor relations and be a resource for me with other employment law questions. When you look, this is actually where our structure is and will be as of tomorrow. We have our risk manager who is retiring effective tomorrow, and so we're moving that over into that benefit specialist. Currently, we have 3 positions that are vacant. I've spoke about the labor relations manager. The HR generalist was Chrissy Brown, who joined us in August of this year. Chrissy has been promoted to an HR specialist, as one of our HR specialists, Jackie, who is the second longest tenured employee of the Human Resource Department, is moving to the benefit specialist role. So lots of transitions, but that's why the HR generalist position is open. We have 1 personnel tech, and that's Candace. And Candace joined us. Actually, we celebrated her 1-year anniversary yesterday. And we are replacing what was budgeted as an assistant HR director with a personnel tech. As we analyzed where our needs were, we really needed somebody that was more hands-on and processing than we needed another person in those leadership roles. So when we look at the budget, you'll see a couple of things that we are increasing, and I'm going to talk about a couple of those. The higher ones are related to the personnel services, and then we've got equipment. But while that percentage is high, we're talking about $100. So it's not a big swing, it's just a small budget area. So the big personal services change is the moving of the labor relations manager and the associated salary and benefits costs that we have within that position. And then the contractual changes, we typically, when we're doing our testing for fire and police, do it every other year. We do where we are doing the promotional testing every other year, and that's a much larger expense. We are going to exhaust our lieutenant list earlier, and so it won't expire, but it will be exhausted, so we need to do the testing a year earlier than what we would typically schedule. And that makes those cost a little bit more during this next fiscal year. The other piece is this fiscal year we added Litmos, which is a learning management system to be able to offer employees online training, to be able to better track training. It is the mechanism that we use to do our state-required sexual harassment training, and we're using it to be able to create a number of competency-based training modules. So if I look at some of the budget highlights and the brief accomplishments, very brief because I have been sitting and hearing, we'd like those to be brief. We have completed promotional fire exams for battalion chief and captain, police promotional for lieutenant and sergeant, 3 police entry exams and fire entry exams. And we've been able to achieve some really good numbers in bringing on talent for those key positions. During the time period of January through October, we have welcomed 193 hires, and 24% of those have been minorities. When we look at benefits, we've had Leadwell do a number of enhanced offerings so that we are focused on reducing costs up front by making some of those services more accessible and more reasonable for our employees, and we're hoping that we'll see that on the other side with reduced benefit usage. And then in training and development, because I think, so Kate also was brand new during last year's budget presentation. She's done a lot during the year. And during that time, she has conducted a number of in-house classes, primarily based on requests by leadership from different departments. And then she has also created and implemented an oral assessment prep class for our police and fire candidates. And that was kind of a first so that those candidates could get tips and practice before they faced the real test. And I know in talking with Chief Canny, he saw a marked improvement with the way that those candidates were ready for those oral assessments. She's also done some things to support with just-in-time information with a newsletter and making sure we have opportunities to recognize contributions and things that employees are doing throughout the city with the Kudos program. And then we've done some general things. We increased some office security, and we are moving towards an HR business partner model. For the budget, we're going to support a number of initiatives and improvements. And so many of these goals that I'm listing up here are really focused on internal improvement, ensuring that we continue to identify the best ways to grow employees and supervisors and managers, that we're doing it around some core competencies that are important for us to achieve our initiatives, that we are updating our compensation plan and schedule and our affirmative action plan so we can identify where we have problems within that pipeline that are keeping us from meeting those goals. Developing our DEI competency and efforts, just doing an overall compliance audit in HR. Identifying performance metrics so we can see where do we need to focus our attention. I would love to do all things all right now. I'm not a very patient person, and knowing that's not possible, we're going to look for metrics to say where do we need to focus attention and then be able to measure if we're making those improvements. But overall, because human resources is about attracting, retaining, and growing talent, our job is to ensure that we are aligned with the other agencies within the city. So we're spending a lot of time listening during the budget meetings and being able to know where are the talent needs and helping to protect so that we can help be ready for those with identifying good recruitment sources, good retention efforts, and good training and development. What questions can I answer for you?
Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you, Chair. Mine is not such a question, but I just wanted to compliment you. You never looked down when you was just speaking to us and providing all this information, and you're doing a good job, too.
Oh, how kind. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alderwoman Conley.
Thank you, Chair. I do have a couple questions.
Perfect.
First of all, I do want to tell you, I've actually been hearing from constituents about the Kudos program, just highlighting and recognizing different employees within the city government, and people really enjoy that. It's been promoted well, so I guess kudos on your kudos.
Kudos on the kudos. Okay, kudos on the kudos.
I couldn't, yeah, I mean, I had to say, I had to get
Yeah,
that
you
one out.
got to, really.
But on to my question, so some of the issues that we've had in the past with HR have dealt with exactly that deputy HR position, and that's kind of, and I'm not saying you're going anywhere, obviously, but that continuity of knowledge.
Right.
So that there isn't I mean, we've had a significant backlog of hiring.
Right.
And I know that there is a very outsized need for us to have more hires, to be moving people through more quickly. This council has taken action to help expedite that as best we can. So it's kind of a twofold question. First of all, can you explain what you're doing to make sure that, let's say you win the lottery and you're gone for 6 months on a vacation. Someone, there's someone else in the office that can continue services. And then secondly, what are your plans to increase recruitment to fill all of these vacancies that we have at the city?
No, that is good. So I would say that I bet every team member could tell you that I've told them at one time or another, I'm a temporary. Anytime you come into an appointment position, you are in a temporary position. So
I didn't mean anything by these questions,
I'm
I'm wishing you
if I'm
a
more
6-month
temporary
trip.
than I understand
Right.
mayor. but I think that builds in a sense of ensuring we have the cross-training within the team. We're working very diligently to ensure that we have set processes, that those processes are documented well, that we are analyzing those processes so that we are putting the energy that gets us the best return. But it is my goal. I keep saying, by the time I've been in here a year, what will we be doing? Yes, and so we will be buzzing, we will have the processes, we will be working them, we will know them. And then if I do my job well, then no matter where it is, that we'll be able to keep doing that buzzing. I have a maybe later target date than what we were suggesting. I don't
I
play
was
the
saying you
lottery.
did the lottery. So if you don't play the lottery, you're here with
I
us.
don't play the lottery. I waited to win a long time, and then that commercial said that you got to play to win. And so I guess that's going to be. For the recruitment, I think there's a couple of things that we've done. Jessica just joined our department, although she's been with the city 6 years. 6 years. She joined us a week and a half ago. And so she and Chrissy will serve as those HR specialists. And what we've been doing is identifying recruitment sources that are targeted for the positions that we have, and then evaluating how we do that outreach. We've been streamlining processes. We did that first. Kim and I worked because the police hiring is so very documented step by step what those days are, to say where could we cut a day here or a day there, and we'll start that same process with a more general hires. So we're looking at both. I used to say that when McDonald's brought in the drive-through, they really messed with our minds, because we now expected to order it at the back of a building, and that by the side our dinner would be done, and that just affected every other thing in our expectation. But now people in the fast food are saying, we'll hire you today, you can work today, and we'll pay you today. And that has created an expectation for hiring process to be much faster, because if they can do it in a day, then surely we can do it faster than that. And so we've got to look for where we can do that. Some of that is we still have to measure. I don't know where those legs are, so that's our first step.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that, because again, also that kind of, and I say this as someone who works for the state of Illinois. The lag in getting hired can be daunting, and it can discourage viable candidates. So I'm glad to hear that's part of what you're looking at, because absolutely, I think every department has vacancies that are critical to fill. And thrilled to see that we're hiring more in the police department, thrilled to see another fire department, the fire department getting more staff, but throughout the city, I know that we have a great need too, and that was part of the argument around suspending the residency requirements.
Right. I think 193, and again with my 5 months, I think that's one of the highest numbers of hiring per fiscal year that we've done. Isn't that right? Like in the last 5-6 years? Okay.
Okay. Good to know you've been very busy then. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Any other member of the council have questions for the director?
Thank you.
Director, nice job, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's give OBM a couple minutes to get ready for the presentation, and then we'll proceed.